How are you? This is Allie with the Sea Owl, and I am so grateful to be sharing energy with you today, connecting and bringing you the messages from Spirit. I hope you've been taking excellent care of yourself, Aquarius. I know things in the world are saying that things in the world are crazy right now would be a massive understatement. So I genuinely hope that you're taking the time that you need to care for yourself, to do some self-care. Before we get started, if you're someone who likes to jump right into your reading, I'll be sure and put the timestamp in the description box below. But we're just going to kind of settle in here before we begin. I'm very, very grateful to you and this time we're spending together. So when I was meditating before I started recording your reading, I kept seeing this image of like a little duck that you would use in a bathtub, like for that a baby would use, like a little bathtub duck. And I'm not sure. They may give me more information as we go on, but that might be significant for someone out there. So maybe you needed a little indicator that this reading was for you. And if so, a little ducky is what came through. So go ahead and take a deep breath for me. Breathe in for about 5 seconds through your nose. Hold that breath for 2 to 3 seconds. And then exhale through your mouth for 5 to 6 seconds, releasing any tension or anxiety, just really connecting with the energy of this reading, connecting together so that you can receive the messages Spirit most wants you to hear right now. We're setting the intention for the next 30 days, technically December 2022, but really, these readings are timeless. So whenever you come upon it, it'll be for the next 30 days for you. All right. I've already prayed and meditated over your cards, Aquarius. Actually, we're going to leave this little stone up here because I just felt very, very called to use that in your reading. It's Caribbean calcite. And so they're giving me a message here already. So the ducky in the bathtub and then Caribbean calcite, what I'm getting here is a real need for some self-care, Aquarius, and I feel like that's overused a lot lately. I say overused because people need to take heed of this advice. We have got to start giving back to ourselves, filling up our cup. It helps the collective. It helps your everyday life. It helps you, those that you're close to really take the time to just kind of settle in and take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of you? Because I get the feeling that you take care of a lot of people, Aquarius. And Caribbean calcite is a stone that helps bring peace, tranquility, calmness. It's a great stone to work with for self-care. Thank you, Spirit. 7 of Swords just flew out. Messages for Aquarius for the next 30 days, Spirit. Please and thank you. 7 of Swords. I'm hearing there's something that you're not seeing just yet. 7 of Swords, Spirit. Okay. Further messages for Aquarius, please and thank you. The next 30 days, what does Aquarius need to know? Please and thank you, Spirit. 5 of Pentacles. Thank you, Spirit. What else does Aquarius need to know? I am not taking reversals in this particular deck. Thank you, Spirit. Any more? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Aquarius, please and thank you. We're going to look at what we have here so far. 7 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 3 of Wands, and 8 of Wands. Okay. So in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, I was a little a little hesitant about how your reading was starting off here, but it has a positive ending, okay? Yes, Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Lord of the Root of Power of Fire. Now, off the top of my head, I cannot remember exactly what zodiac sign corresponds with the Ace of Wands, but it does feel very Aquarian to me, this Ace of Wands card. It feels very Aquarian to me in going after what you want. So I feel like there's been quite a bit of turmoil going on in your life, particularly over the last 8 months. So that's very specific, and it might be specific for just someone out there, but for a while, for a good amount of time. And I get this feeling that you're just kind of over whatever it is you've been putting so much work into. I think you were really holding on for a while because you've put so much of yourself into this. And I am getting the sense that this could be relationship related. It doesn't have to be for everyone, but it does feel relationship related. I think you've held on these last few months because you've put so much energy, so much of yourself into this to make it work. But I just feel like it's not worth it anymore. There's some kind of realization that you've made that this just isn't serving you anymore. It's not serving your energy. It's not serving your highest good. So there's a lot of I'll be honest, it feels like some regret, some discouragement that this didn't go the way that you had hoped it had and the way that you'd put so much energy to help it go. And also just discouragement in feeling like you can't trust yourself fully to make decisions. It may even be so discouraged that you're having difficulty trusting in the universe and Spirit's plan for you. I do feel as though you really believed this person or this thing was the way, was the thing, the path. And it just feels very disheartening that you're really kind of settling into the realization that even though there was so much potential there, it's not coming to fruition. At least definitely not in the way that you needed it to, for it to be mutually beneficial for you. I get that you're giving. And if this is related to a person, I think the person in question may really be struggling in their own way right now. I think they're really having a difficult time ascertaining what is their own path, okay? So I get this feeling from their higher self that they need you to know that you are, one, you're correct in this assumption that things are just not playing out the way I think you guys had hoped. Secondly, I feel their higher self coming through, wanting to let you know that this is not your fault. I think this is a situation that has the potential to really color in a negative way how you could move forward in the world and move forward with a relationship in the future. Because I feel as though this situation has really done a number on you. I just feel like this, letting all this energy is like released from me, but it also leaves me feeling very depleted. And so I think you're coming into this realization that what you'd hoped for, what you'd put effort and energy into is just not coming into realization now. So this is all to say, the Spirit sees you. Okay, that the Spirit wants you to know that you are never alone, that you are so seen in this path, in this situation, that they have been trying their best to help guide and support you and offer you assistance and encouragement throughout this time. But part of that, they're saying, has been helping you understand and realize that this just is not meant for you and your highest good at this moment in time, okay? So I see you looking out on your future. And this might be, you may not be in this energy right at this moment upon listening to this reading. But in the next 30 days, I see you really looking out over your future, kind of assessing where you've been and where you want to go, and what's really going to light you up. Okay. So immediately I'm getting this message that to begin this new path, you've got to start taking some proactive measures to take care of yourself and your heart and your energy. Okay. So that may look like taking a very intentional, relaxing bath, where maybe you have some like really bougie soap or essential oils, or put rose petals in there, or maybe you need to just sit in the bath with bubbles and play with toys. I don't know why Spirit's giving me that, but maybe that's what you need. You know, it actually sounds really fun. Where there's a real sense of you needing to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, get your energy back where it needs to be, okay? Because you have just been giving to the point of exhaustion, and it's time to redirect that energy back into yourself, okay? So I see you looking out, just reviewing your life up until this point and really sitting with, where do you want to go? You know, because this situation has left you feeling discouraged and depleted. And I get the sense of this gun shyness about where to go next, because you really don't want to make the same mistakes or decisions that you've made in the past, because you see how much they don't serve you now. So the positive here is that even though, and I'm so sorry you're going through this depletion, this ending, you are within the next 30 days going to be in a place where you feel like you can actually look at your future and see what you want that to look like. How can you co-create that future that you want with Spirit? I think a big part of that is leaning into your faith in the universe, that maybe Spirit knows a little bit better than you even what is best for you. And I do get this feeling that you're kind of a powerhouse, and when you decide on something or you set your mind on something, you're going after it, you're doing it. And maybe this would be different for you to just kind of lean into this surrender of, how can Spirit work through my life for my highest good? Maybe Spirit knows better than me. And this isn't disparaging towards you in any way. It's just, maybe Spirit can see what you can't, what your human 3D eyes can't see for your future. Maybe what they see is so much bigger and brighter and crazier than what you could ever imagine. And it's difficult to allow that energy in if we're constantly saying, no, this is the way I'm going. I'm going this way, and spirit can follow me, you know? So maybe trying a different tactic, and maybe you just kind of following spirit, moving forward and seeing where spirit leads you. But I do see that when you make whatever decision this is, because we all have free will, so whenever you make this, whatever decision about your future, whether it's to lean into spirit and let them kind of guide you on your path, or if you just really feel called to go a different way and you kind of head that direction with all the might and stamina that you have, okay? Spirit is really asking for you to maybe lean on them a little bit more. I think they can see something that you can't. I think they can see sunlight in a direction that I don't think you can even comprehend or perceive right now, because it's so much greater than anything you'd be willing to think of for yourself, is what they're telling me. So if you can really learn how to lean into spirit in this next phase of your life, Aquarius, and work on some of that surrendering work. And let me tell you, I am still personally working on surrendering work. It is one of the hardest things I've ever done, because I'm a very action-oriented person. And I many times think I know best and I know better, and I'll get really excited about a path that I want to take, and then I can just kind of go there, you know, put all this energy and action into going a certain place, to only find out 8 months, 2 years down the road that, man, this wasn't exactly it. Maybe if I had paused and listened to my higher self, gone within, listened to spirit, I could be in a totally different timeline, a totally different place in life right now. But we can be a little hard-headed sometimes. And I think spirit's just wanting to let you know there's nothing wrong with having this much excitement and energy towards something that you're passionate about. We just need to maybe do a little more planning or a little more introspective work to see where spirit is guiding us on this next leg, this next phase of your journey, okay? I'd like to get a few more tarot cards here, and I'm going to use a different deck. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you give us some further information, guidance, clarity on the next 30 days for Aquarius, please? Further guidance and clarity for Aquarius, please and thank you, Spirit. I just really feel like Spirit is asking you, can you learn to trust us a little more? Can you learn to lean into us a little bit more? Thank you, Spirit. Further messages and guidance for Aquarius the next 30 days. Further guidance. Thank you, Spirit. Information. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, give me just a moment. I got to clean up these cards. They're going to bug me because I'm worried that they're going to bug you. Okay. Oh, I like this. Okay. Queen of Cups under the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I like that a lot. And then we have Ace of Swords between the 3 and 8 of Wands. Okay, so I do feel like they're reiterating you are going through an awakening right now, a period of really assessing where you're at and realizing that the way you've been doing things just might not be working in your highest interest anymore, okay? But what I see is you you're finally choosing yourself, Aquarius. I think you thought you were choosing yourself and your happiness before, but this is like some serious solidifying energy. Like, no, I'm literally choosing myself here. I'm releasing what doesn't serve me, and I am choosing myself and my greatest happiness because I just can't keep going the way I've been going. I feel like this epiphany, this realization is what's going to really jumpstart the next phase of your life, which feels very, very beautiful and lighthearted and just not like you're struggling all the time. We have strength here at the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of energy that Spirit is trying to bring forth for you to let you know that choosing yourself and your happiness and your future instead of plowing towards this dead end, is the most impactful and powerful thing that you can do for yourself at this moment in time in your journey. Picking yourself, choosing to not remain in a stuck and stagnant energy that cannot grow, because you're asking this of a person who simply doesn't have it to give right now. They are on a totally different wavelength, a totally different part of your journey. And I don't feel like this has anything to do with how much you love or care about a person on either side here. I feel like there is a lot of love and care there and genuine appreciation for the time you've spent together and what you've helped them work through. But I mean, I don't feel like this is going to have a different outcome. I think it's very, very plain and obvious to you now, as difficult as that realization might be, that there is no future here right now with them. And your angels, your guides are really coming through asking for you to choose yourself here. And by choosing yourself, to be perfectly honest, by choosing yourself, it requires you letting go of this old stagnant energy or relationship or whatever it is, whatever that looks like for you, okay? And I know that's hard. This isn't easy energy by any means. This is a big change in you, a big change within you, within your soul. Having this realization and epiphany is very, very bittersweet for you, because I think deep down it's the right thing to do for your soul's journey, but it's also incredibly painful. And what do we do with that energy? When we're in such a deep place of pain and regret and disappointment and discouragement, it feels like, how could we possibly, where else could we go from here? You're kind of in the depths right now. But there's so much more emotional fulfillment on the way to you. There's a deeper relationship with the universe, with Spirit and your guides because of this. I feel like right now you're very worried that that this situation is going to leave you empty and unable to move forward. And in actuality, once you process and move through this energy, it's going to leave you feeling so fulfilled and emotionally satisfied, because you're finding it within yourself, and that's in turn going to help lead you to the person that is in the right vibrational frequency for you, the same place in their life, wanting the same things, all these things that I think you've been wishing and hoping for with this other person, Aquarius. It will all magically fall in your lap, because you are actively choosing you. You've been choosing trying to help this other person at the expense of yourself. And so letting them go, letting them figure it out in their way, on their journey, in their time, And you going your way is actually going to fill you up in a way that I just don't think you can see or fathom right now. Because Spirit is coming through again, letting you know that they see you. They know you're hurting. They know this is a difficult place for you to be in. But it's not going to be like this forever. How proud they are that you're even considering choosing yourself. This is a big deal for you. And your guides are really excited for this next journey of your life. You just can't see it yet because you're in a place of grief and sadness, okay? But you will. You are going to see this in the next 30 days. So maybe that's what you need to hear right now. 30 days from now, you're going to feel a lot differently about this situation and your future than you do right now. So I feel like that's giving you some hope. That's giving you some... It's like trying to give you a hug. Like, yes, we know it sucks right now, but things are really going to get better. And believing in that and trusting that the universe means what they say. That Spirit loves you unconditionally and wants nothing but the best for you. And by choosing yourself, you are actively working with Spirit to do what's best for you, Aquarius, okay? Let's get another message here for you. I want to use these cards from the Four Agreements deck. Wow, this just stopped me in my tracks. Relinquish the need to change others. I want to make sure you can see this card because this is what this is all about. This is what this is all about for you. I feel like you've been able to see potential. You've been able to see what this person or what this relationship could look like if all these things fell into place. And what they're letting me know here, look at there's two different dogs here, and they're totally different dogs. They're different breeds. This one's not dressed. This one has a suit on. This one has like a hat and a feather and a bird. And so I'm actually getting two different messages from this card. One is letting you know how different the paths that you and this person are on right now. I mean, it's like apples and oranges, okay? You're on two totally different wavelengths. But also, this person doesn't understand. I say this person, it's a dog. But this dog, this soul doesn't understand where they're going, but they trust that Spirit is leading them where they're meant to go. And they're ready, they're dressed for the occasion, they're waiting, they're letting Spirit guide them. This person is, I think, where you have been, where you have felt like you've given everything down to the shirt off your back, every bit of energy that you've had, and it's kind of left you in this shell of a person. But ultimately, relinquish the need to change others. I think you are realizing that you can't change this person, you can't change the outcome of this, and it's time to let that go, follow Spirit, and choose yourself, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Any other messages from this deck for Aquarius? Any other messages for Aquarius, please, and thank you, Spirit. Okay. Relinquish self-importance. Well, that's interesting. Personal importance, or taking things personally, is the maximum expression of selfishness. Selfishness, because we make the assumption that everything is about me. Again, I feel like they are reiterating here, not to blame yourself. Not to blame yourself for this not going the way that you had hoped it would. You've got to relinquish control over your future in your life. Relinquish the need to, even if it's subconsciously, control others. And controlling others can look like how you want others to perceive you or view you. And I feel there's this sense of discouragement in that. What are people going to think of me when they see I've given and done, and now I'm just washing my hands of it? It's like another failure for Aquarius. I feel like that's the energy you are feeling right now. And Spirit is just very, very much wanting to let you know there is no disappointment in ending something that's not working and choosing to go in a direction for your highest good. That direction is choosing yourself and releasing the feeling of guilt or disappointment or, just being disappointed in yourself, being disappointed in the person, being disappointed in Spirit because you've been trying to make something work that just wasn't meant to be, okay? Any other messages from this deck for Aquarius? I feel like there might be one more here for you. Please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for Aquarius. Any other messages for Aquarius the next 30 days? If it's not in this deck, it must be in the Affirmators deck because they're giving me that energy as well. So, thank you, Spirit. Any other messages from this deck, or do you want me to move on? Yeah, they're giving me the energy to move on to the Affirmators Oracle. Please and thank you, Spirit. Final messages here for Aquarius the next 30 days, Spirit. Final guidance questions? Okay, final guidance, questions, advice, messages for Aquarius the next 30 days. Please and thank you, Spirit. I'm getting this goosebumps feeling, so maybe you're feeling that as well. That might be further confirmation for you. Yes, that this reading is for you if you're feeling that also. Thank you, Spirit. Further messages, guidance, questions. Okay, that keeps coming up. Guidance, messages, advice, questions, answers. What do you want? Encouragement. What do you want Aquarius to know for the next 30 days, Spirit? Please and thank you. Okay. If this is don't take it personally. Okay, it's magic. Interesting. Believing that magic works through you. Believing that Spirit works magic out for you in the background. Having faith. I'm hearing something about those Russian nesting dolls. What is that, Spirit? Russian nesting dolls. It's kind of like the universe is saying, when you allow us to lead, guide, and direct you. Thank you, Spirit. Divine timing. Look at that. When you allow us to lead, guide, and direct you, they're saying, that opens the door for magic to literally work through you, work in your life to help bring you what you want, what you need, what you desire in this lifetime. Gifts the universe wants to give you. But I think it all comes down to you really relinquishing the reins of how you think your future should look, what you think you should be doing, or who you think you should be with in the future. Just releasing, surrendering, and allowing Spirit to work through you. That everything is timing, and timing is everything. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. And then finally here we have the card of manifestation. I'm really drawn to the color of this card, okay? So green and pink talk about the heart chakra, and I do feel compelled to mention that I think it would be really beneficial for you to do some heart chakra meditation, working on healing that heart space, healing it with this situation, with this person or thing, and also healing it with spirit. And then this one just fell out, ideal partnership. Because you've got to work on releasing any of the baggage or the hang-ups, hindrances in that heart space that you've been carrying around with you for so long. I mean, wow, they're really telling like lifelong. I think it's kind of been like the definition of insanity for you, where you're like, okay, I keep going and going and going after what I think is the right way, and then it ends like this. It ends with like a bomb blowing up, and I can't keep doing this. Working on clearing your heart space, choosing yourself, giving back to yourself, allows spirit to work their magic, bring you what you want to manifest. And I think what you really want to manifest, Aquarius, is this ideal partnership with someone. That ideal partnership where you can have all the things in life that you want to have, and you know that you have that person with you who's on your team, who has your back, who's giving as much back to you as you are giving to them. And all this comes down to releasing and allowing spirit to work through you, to lead, guide, and direct you. Yes, those are your messages, Aquarius. Yes, I'm getting the big thumbs up from spirit. Thank you, spirit. Aquarius, thank you. Thank you for spending your precious time here with us. Thank you for connecting in this way. I just want to give you the biggest hug because I know you're really going through it right now, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. In the next 30 days, you're going to be feeling a whole lot differently and a lot better about this situation than you do right now. But while you're going through it, be gentle to yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself the way that you would take care of a friend going through a similar situation. Do that bubble bath or whatever it is that you need to do to really give back to yourself. Thank you again. Thank you to your guides. Thank you to mine. If this reading resonated for you, please leave a comment or like, share, and subscribe. I would love to connect with you further. And those are totally free ways to help the algorithm here, to help me keep doing what I am most passionate about, which is bringing you messages from the divine. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, you can find that information in the description box below. And again, please take excellent care of yourself, Aquarius. Please take excellent care of yourself, okay? Spirit is really asking for you to choose yourself here. And I just hope that you take that advice and you really do something generous for yourself and keep your head up. Keep your spirits up, because it's not going to feel this awful forever, okay? Again, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you at the next reading. Bye.